Welcome to the Rockaway Creates Connection podcast.
Are you ready to embark on a journey that celebrates the power of creativity, community, and transformation? We are thrilled to introduce you to the heart and soul of Rockaway Beach through our community stories. Brought to you by Rockaway Creates, a nonprofit dedicated to the peninsula and its people.
Nestled on the shores of the Atlantic, we are New Yorkers coming to you from Rockaway Beach, Queens. Each episode will take you on an exploration of its remarkable community, delving into the lives and stories of local artists, entrepreneurs, activists, and visionaries who breathe life into our beloved neighborhood. Whether you're a longtime local or just down for the day, this podcast promises to be a source of insight, secrets, and connection.
So get ready to be inspired, and you can go to rockawaycreates.org to learn more about us and how you can get involved. And if you like this podcast, please like it, binge it, and share it with your friends.
All right. Welcome to today's show. Today, Rockaway Creates Connection podcast, episode 14, is all about giving back. And so we're here with Vanessa from Jade, the event space on 129th. And so welcome, Vanessa.
Thank you, ladies, for having me.
Absolutely. So I keep saying, Jade, the new event space on 129th. How long have you been in the neighborhood?
So we actually opened our doors on May 1st, 2023, and instantly we set off to start off with some great events just about 6 days out from that.
Wow. Okay.
So our first event.
So not so new, almost, you've been around the block for a little minute here.
Just a few months. We're still young. I mean, we're under a year old,
yeah.
But we've actually had a bunch of wonderful events here.
Cool. So what kind of events have you been having?
So we've had a number of showers. The Rockaway Creates had their first gala here, which was very exciting for the community, and hearing all wonderful things about it and people that are interested in joining the group. So it's a great way to get information out as well. We've hosted communions, 50th birthday parties, 80th birthday parties, corporate events, as well as holiday parties.
Beautiful. So a mix of all different things from personal to corporate. Rockaway Creates just had our first annual inaugural Winter Wonderment Gala this past Saturday at Jade, and it was so fantastic. I keep seeing more pictures pouring in from all the amazing photographers like Sebastian and Dan and Onel, and we're still kind of riding on that wave from the beautiful event over the weekend. What can you say, like what makes Jade a little bit different than maybe going to like a regular bar or restaurant to having an event?
Well, the first thing I'll share with you is that as soon as any client walks through the door, I always say to them, please tell me what your vision is. And I will do my best to go ahead and make that actually come to life for you. So we're not just a venue space that's one size and one vision for everybody. So each time and with each event, we go ahead and I switch it up and I do, our absolute best to go ahead and make sure that we deliver something that you're happy with.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, you working with you was incredible, and everybody on your team, everybody who was working that night was so friendly and so personable and so helpful. It really was an amazing team of people that really we felt supported the whole night through.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. And that is really important, just to bring that together, is that we are a team, so the thing is that we work together nicely as a team. And really, when you have anything that you're trying to accomplish, it truly takes a village. So in order to go ahead and deliver the best thing that we can, I like to say we're a very strong village.
Yeah, and I kept getting compliments from people that they loved the bartender, and the people who were serving food were so friendly, and so it was just your team, and working with you has been such a pleasure. So we really want to bring a spotlight on Jade and working with you for anybody who's doing any party planning out there or thinking about what's next for, their lives. But we want to get to know you a little bit more too.
Sure. So just a little bit about myself. So I started my career over at JP Morgan. I was in corporate America for the first 17 years of my career. And then I like to say the second part of my career is when I entered into doing mainly corporate events and all different types of events. I've done weddings, bar mitzvahs, just the whole assortment of different types of parties. And I like to share that they're all for happy occasions, which is really, truly wonderful. And it's such a benefit to actually just see a million smiles that I can truly say that I've seen across the years.
And how long have you been in Rockaway? What's your Rockaway connection?
Yes. So I live in Rockaway. This is my 24th year living in Rockaway.
Wow. And how did you come to find it? How did you get out here?
Actually, my husband is an electrician, and he was out here doing a job, and he always knew that I love the beach. So he said, I think I found the perfect place where you would want to live. So he was absolutely right. And as soon as I went ahead and I crossed the bridge, it took a little time, and we found our first home, and we were delighted to have it. And then as the years went on, we decided we needed a bit more space, and now we've moved on to a different home, but we're still in the Rockaways.
Beautiful. And what are some of your favorite places to visit, either to dine out or like your favorite go-tos, like for treating yourself?
I love going to, we love going to Pico.
Yeah.
And actually, the truth is that it's very hard to name all of them because I can truly go across the whole peninsula, depending on what type of a food that I'm, looking to go ahead and enjoy that evening is really where we would go ahead and make our selection from. But there's a fine, we have a great selection out here as far as, if we want sushi, we'll go down maybe to 116th Street. We enjoy sushi pretty often. As I mentioned, Pico, we love. Pizza di Amore, Elegante. I mean, we go all across the peninsula, also down to Bates's. There's so many different places, and I don't mean to forget any of them because we truly try all of them across the peninsula.
Yeah.
And that's the fun thing too, in the summer, we love to explore what's on the boardwalk, what's going on the boardwalk. Obviously the best times down here are spent at the beach because it's just remarkable. So.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned Bates's. Bates's was so generous in offering many gift cards for the event that we had on Saturday. So, and they're, even for me, I'm a vegetarian. They have so many good options. Everything they make is delicious. And since you mentioned D'Amore, could you tell us a little bit about some of the catering partners that you work with?
Sure. So we have two catering partners currently right now. So one being D'Amore Caterers, and also the second one being Jay's on the Bay, okay, which is a smaller boutique restaurant that comes from Staten Island.
Awesome.
Regardless of which caterer that you opt to go with, we still go ahead and we will go ahead and make accommodations for any dietary restrictions that are necessary.
Yeah, we enjoyed some gluten-free and vegan pasta with broccoli, which was really, really good, I have to say. So yeah, it's always nice to make sure everybody feels fed and welcome, and that their choices can be met.
Right.
So in the summer, what's your favorite thing to do? Do you grab your book and go to the beach? Are you more like a beach walker? Are you a swimmer? What's your beach style?
I do not swim. I am a beach goer. My best times are spent at the beach. I'm a big walker. I enjoy bike riding as well. So I love just jumping on my bike, heading up towards, Breezy, or heading down to, I'll take the boardwalk all the way down to Beach 9th Street, and then head back. Bike riding is probably my favorite. I love to just be able to say, okay, let me just turn down this block now and see what's going on here. Where with, when I'm walking, I have that option as well. It might take a little longer, but I love the idea of just being able to see it at first and then saying, I love this. Let me come back and explore more.
Yeah.
Which actually is funny because that's how I was able to go ahead and find Rockaway Taco. It was just on a bike ride one day years ago. And I said, oh, you know what? Let me just turn down this street. And another one of my favorite places. So much to explore out here.
Yeah, so many amazing discoveries, especially on the bike sometimes.
Yes. The Rockaway Brewery we discovered on a bike. So they're great little, I like to call them great little hidden gems. And that's truly what we think of Jade at this point, also being on the peninsula, like a great gem. And we're just looking to, and we will absolutely sparkle and, make a big impact on the community.
Yeah. I know just even in the last week, meeting with you and doing walkthroughs and things like that your schedule, varies, right? Like sometimes you're meeting with people really early in the morning and then you have events late at night. Like what's like a day in the life for you as the general manager at Jade?
So each day varies. Usually a day in the life for me, the first thing I'm doing in the morning is going ahead and I'm going through all of my messages, emails, reviewing contracts, working on menus, taking a look at the schedule for any upcoming events, making certain that we have the correct staffing in place. And that's really the earlier part of the day. There's many other things that go into place as well, as far as inventory, the room setup. So I go ahead and with each event, since it's so different, I have to just make sure that I'm very detail oriented with each event that comes about. So that's quite time consuming. And then, of course, I always allow time. And I think your group would share that with you also for any meetings that come up. Anytime you ladies want to, pop in, or I always try to make myself available just so that we can all, make sure that we're on the same page and I'm able to, again, make sure that I don't look to just meet your expectations. The idea here is to actually exceed your expectations.
Yeah. And can you tell us about some of the, the features? Like, I know, for example, at one point, like this giant spotlight turned on and I was like, wow, that's so cool. I didn't even know that was, that was going to be coming. Are there any other kind of like little, amenities that you have at Jade that maybe people wouldn't expect?
Yes, absolutely. So the screen right behind me that's showing Jade moving, I'm able to actually put up montages. We're able to actually change that. So you'll remember from your event this past weekend, what we did is we were actually able to put up your slideshow. So it's very nice because we're able to adjust it for each event.
Yeah.
And it really makes the room come to life and people don't expect it. You think you're just going to see on, this past weekend, we had a baptism here and we had like moving flowers going the entire time. So it's it's really a great surprise and a huge benefit for the room. And also the nice thing too is that it kind of cuts down on the amount of stuff that you actually have to bring in because the room is very elegant. So you don't want to really go ahead and fill it with a bunch of items that may be considered as, just where it could be a little bit too cluttered because it's not necessary.
Yeah.
So that's only one. And then all of our lighting, since we are a very modern venue, all of our lighting, instead of bringing in maybe some large equipment that you might find on the floor in some places, everything is kind of hidden away. So that's why I'm able to go ahead and just kind of like with the flick of a switch, go ahead and start off that whole light show for you as well.
Very cool.
There's not just one. I mean, we have so many different ones that you can choose from, different colors. Our DJ booth is super ultra modern, full of color. So that's just a few of the little things, Also the benefit of having furniture that we're actually able to expand is a huge benefit. And, it seems to work well with the room because if we don't need it all, we're actually, we're able to tuck it away, or sometimes you just want your buffet, your food station out for a certain amount of time. We can also move that away and allow for more dance space.
Yeah. I know it seems like mainly you do private events and private rentals, but I saw there was like a Super Bowl party. Do you ever have like events for the public if people just want to come and visit and check it out?
Yes, we do. We actually had an event just a few months ago. We had a Sunday brunch, like a Barbie brunch. People came and it was fun. So yeah, we just put it out there to the community. Again, we are new, but we're looking forward to in the upcoming months, we're going to have a comedy night. We're looking at also exploring a bunch of other things that will happen over here at the venue where people will just come in, purchase tickets, reserve a table. So all different types of events. And also they will be able to show off their creativity. So I'm sure that we'll be seeing you ladies soon.
Yeah, I'm like, how did I not hear about the Barbie brunch? Enchantress Shane and I went to see the Barbie movie together, and it was very fun. So would love to keep, these upcoming things in mind. Whatever themed brunches you have, that could be fun to get people together.
Yes, absolutely. So sometimes we have people who come in and they just go ahead and they'll purchase a ticket, or, sometimes people say, hey, I have 6 or 8 people. We say, no problem. So just go ahead and purchase your own table. But the idea is with anything that we have here, we want people to get up. We want them to mingle. We want them to enjoy the space. It's not just a space where we want you to come and just sit. We want you to sit, of course, and relax. But the idea is to go ahead and enjoy. It's a beautiful space. We're 3,600 square feet, and we're really proud of this project.
Yeah. Well, for people who would like to come and maybe take a visit or see if the space might be perfect for their next event, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
So the best way to get in touch with us, actually with me, is just to go ahead and if you just follow us on Jade Rockaway, and just you can go ahead and you can send over a message and say, hey, I'd like to set up something. Well, I'll go ahead, I will get the message, and then I will reach out and contact you, and we'll figure out what the best date and time is for whoever would like to come over, and I'm happy to share the venue with them.
Great.
I set up appointments from 7 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes I have people coming at 10 p.m. at night. So really, I'm very flexible and, here for whatever client, whatever times, normally work.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we're just kind of coming to the end of our show for today. I want to mention that our next event for Rockaway Creates, for all of you watching out there, is going to be on Monday, February 19th. We're going to have a networking event and spotlight on the wallpaper artist, our dear friend and member, Russell Siegel. And that will be at the Lighthouse, which is a pop-up right now at Coastal Frozen Yogurt, right across from the Rockaway Hotel. So it's a free event. We'll be having it on Eventbrite and also on Facebook if people want to RSVP and join us. But it'll be a chance to watch Rockaway Russell's new 15-minute documentary film, The Wallpaper Artist, and also learn some tips about how to do your own wallpaper if that's something that you're interested in. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our viewers and listeners today?
No, just honestly, just follow us on Jade of Rockaway on Instagram, and then we will go ahead and we'll post. And I do thank you very much for actually asking me to invite. It's very nice that you ladies reached out to me, and I'm happy to be here for you.
Beautiful. Well, it's been so great getting a little peek into your life over at Jade, and thank you so much for helping us co-create such a beautiful, amazing event. We hope to do more together, and have a great evening.
Thank you so much. We'll chat soon.
Okay.
Have a great day, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.